Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Michael Goodhouse. I'm here in my apartment in Cadogan Square. I deal privately from here, and I'm going to show you a blend of works that we're sending to Frieze Masters starting on October the 15th. And what we're going to be exhibiting there is a very good description of basically of what we deal in, which is Chinese modernism, Chinese contemporary art, archaeological material from China, and works of art commissioned by the literati, the gentleman scholar of the 11th and 12th century, and Japanese bronze flower vessels commissioned by the aristocracy in Japan and the shoguns from the 16th century to the 19th century. So that's what we deal in. And here, to start with, is an artist who is Chinese, Shu, who died recently, one of the most important Chinese ink artists for a long time in China and in the West, for having created the first ever avant-garde group, Grass, in 1979, 1780, which had a huge impact on China, the development of Chinese contemporary art, but also on what was going on in the West. He was recognized in the West as being one of the key artists of his era. This is another work by him here, a much larger one again, illustrating his ability to create a new pictorial language out of his study of the old masters. He's somebody who is to be found in many of the museums in America because he was at Harvard for some time and became very well known there. There's another artist here that we will be exhibiting, Song Shan-Qing, who studied with Xu Beihong, famous Chinese ink artist, somebody who was interested in recapturing the past in China through his study of the old masters and trying to retain the past, the history of China, the culture of China, but incorporate it into works which are boundary breaking, a new pictorial, a new language for the present century. And here is the speciality of horses, who are symbolic for him of the resurgence of China. And then we move on to here, where there's another painting by Shu, a very early work, self-portrait, but him as a sort of demon with these, what he calls fissures, describing the horrific journey through the Cultural Revolution and then emerging into the 1980s and becoming a famous artist. And then we have this photograph by Yinong and Mu Shen, a couple who tried to capture in their photography the whole 20th century, the whole history of the 20th century in China. This is a classroom that must have been attended in the 1930s. It was then used as a propaganda vehicle by the Chinese in the 1950s and 60s during the Cultural Revolution, and then it is as today. So that's it, and that's what's all going to the Frieze Masters, so I hope to see you there.